The morning that made a legend. Welcome, my friend. You didn't click on this video by mistake. The truth is, you're searching. Maybe for better English. Maybe for a better life. And today, you're going to get both. This is not just a story. This is a reflection of you. And by the end, something inside you will shift. Let me tell you about Samuel. Not a celebrity. Not an athlete. Just an ordinary man. He wasn't rich. He wasn't viral. He didn't have a big job title. But Samuel had something most people don't. Discipline. He woke up before the sun. Even when there was no alarm. Even when he had no job to go to. Even when the world gave him nothing, he gave the world his best. He'd wash his face with cold water, wear a clean shirt even if it was old, stand tall in the mirror and say, "I'm not done yet." He worked when he had a job. He worked on himself when he didn't. He read, practiced his English, lifted small weights, cleaned his mother's porch. People laughed. "Why try so hard? You're still broke." But Samuel understood something. Discipline isn't about where you are. It's about where you're going. Maybe you're like Samuel. Maybe you wake up every morning to go to work. You're tired, but you keep going. You might not even like your job, but you show up anyway. Or maybe you don't have a job right now. You feel lost. You scroll through your phone late at night, wondering when life will change. Let me tell you this. If you're watching this video, your change has already started. Because you chose to learn today. You chose to grow. Samuel didn't wait for motivation. He used discipline like a torch in the dark. It lit his path step by step. First, nothing changed. But after 30 days, he could speak better English. After 60, he was in better shape. After 90 days, a friend helped him get a job interview. He showed up early, spoke clearly, smiled with quiet confidence. He got the job, not because he was lucky, but because he prepared for the moment before the moment ever came. So whether you're waking up at 4 a.m. for your shift, or searching for purpose while unemployed, this story is for you. Because every time you choose discipline, you're not just learning English, you're learning to lead your own life. And that is how ordinary people become legends. You're not behind, you're not late, you're just early in your journey. This video will guide you all the way through. Shall we continue to part 2? Part 2. The way Samuel learned English without a teacher. Samuel had never sat in an English classroom. He didn't even finish school. But today people say, "Wow, you speak so clearly. Where did you learn?" He smiles, not because he studied English, but because he lived it. Every morning before work, Samuel would sit outside with a cup of tea. He'd open his small radio or phone, and he'd listen to short English phrases. "Good morning. I'm ready for today. Let's work hard." He didn't just hear them, he repeated them, again and again. While sweeping, while waiting for a bus, while walking to the construction sites, English wasn't a subject. It was part of his routine. Some people told him, "You're too old to learn. You don't have time. You'll never speak well." But Samuel said nothing. He just kept going. One new word a day, one sentence at a time, one deep breath before speaking. He started talking to himself in English. "I can do it. Today will be better. I'm not stopping." He didn't learn fancy grammar. He learned what mattered most. Confidence, practice, belief. If you're watching this now, and you feel like you're too busy, too tired, or too late, remember Samuel. You don't need perfect English. You need consistent English. Start now. Because English doesn't belong to the smart. It belongs to the ones who never give up. Part 3. Discipline doesn't always feel good, but it changes everything.
Let's be honest. Some mornings you wake up and you're already tired. You open your eyes and feel heavy. You ask yourself, why am I doing this again? Why does every day feel the same? What's the point?
And still, you get up. You put your feet on the ground. You dress. You go. That's not weakness. That's not laziness. That's discipline. But discipline is there. In every early morning when your body says no, but your spirit says go. In every silent lunch break where you're learning a new word instead of scrolling. In every lonely walk home when you're repeating English phrases to yourself. That is power.
Yes, you feel lazy sometimes. You feel like quitting. You feel like it doesn't matter. But here's the truth.
That boring routine you hate, that job you don't love, that search for something better, discipline makes you walk through it with dignity, with focus, with hope. You are not lost. You are in training. Life is shaping you. And one day you'll look back and realize, I became powerful not because I was special, but because I kept showing up when it was hard. So today, if your eyes feel heavy, if your heart feels tired, if your dreams feel far, don't stop. Walk, even slowly, even quietly, but walk, and repeat this in your mind. My discipline is building something I cannot see yet. My effort is not wasted. This pain has a purpose. This is how you learn English. This is how you build a life. This is how legends are made. Let's continue. Part 4. Real life lessons. Discipline will never fail you. Think about your own life. The early mornings. The days you forced a smile. The nights you went to bed wondering if you're doing enough. Now think about this. You're still here. You didn't quit. That's strength most people never talk about.
Discipline doesn't just teach you English. It teaches you how to show up for yourself even when no one else does.
Lesson 1. Start small. Stay consistent. Even one new word a day builds a wall of knowledge. Even 5 minutes of practice creates habits champions live by. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up. Lesson 2. Your pain has value. If you're tired, it means you're moving. If you're struggling, it means you're growing. Discipline makes the hard days meaningful. Lesson 3. Success is quiet at first. You won't feel it in the beginning, but one day people will ask you, how did you get so good at this? And you'll smile because you'll know the answer. I kept going. Now take a deep breath, because if you made it this far, you're not just watching a video, you're becoming someone new. And if this story touched your heart, if it reminded you of your own journey, if you feel like you're ready to keep going, then don't let this be the end. There are more stories, more lessons, more light waiting for you. Subscribe to this channel, Mindset Drive, because this is just the beginning. You're not alone in this. We're walking together, and every story we tell is another step toward your success. Hit subscribe, rewatch this when you feel low, and let's grow one lesson at a time.